the Poole piece of this, where Poole is in the argument now for second best guy in the Warriors. I still think it's Draymond, but Poole's clearly the third best guy and now is at least in the running for second. He has, in the playoffs, he's 57, 46, 88 are his splits. It's fucking crazy. Cerruti wanted us to figure out which young guard we liked most out of Poole, Darius Garland, Herro, Maxey, Haliburton, and LaMelo. If I had told you 2 months ago, I would even have thrown Poole in that list. I think we would have been like, wow, Poole. It's impressive just to get invited to that group. But now I think he's in an argument for if you wanted a guy in the playoffs, I think he at least has a candidacy, right?
I hated this question because Cerruti was like, should we do this on the Sunday pod with Bill? And I go, it's so good, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's too tasty.
No, but it's hard.
Pass it off. Yeah, it's hard.
Because once I get to third, I go, wait, would I really do that to Haliburton? But then I'm like, I think I would. I don't know why I'd go Garland first. I just would. Because I also feel like
So you'd go Garland over LaMelo?
Yeah.
I think I would too. Would you go Poole over LaMelo?
I would.
I think I would too. So then I guess it depends on how we feel about Haliburton.
I know, who's awesome. Nobody likes Haliburton more than you.
LaMelo just doesn't, like, Poole's not a good defensive player either, but he tries. I haven't seen any semblance of kind of defensive IQ from LaMelo yet.
His lack of interest in...
He's not interested. Yeah, that's the perfect way to say it. He's not interested. It's like, would you like to try this oyster? I'm not interested.
It's like, you know what? Let me get extended on my rookie deal. And then like maybe year 4, year 5, I'll get somebody at one of the outlets to write like LaMelo came in really focused on defense. Because that's what happened with like some of the young stars. Because either they don't care or they don't know. They still freelance too much. I constantly said this. Defense is a lot about just knowing what your team is asking you to do and caring. It's not that hard to be average defensively. I really don't believe that. And there's a lot of young stars that just won't bother with it. And then, because they're already stars, right? And then there'll be this media push that'll come off as somewhere where it's like, hey, I want to just start telling everybody how awesome I am on defense. And then like 2 months in on the broadcast, be like, and he put so much time in.
It's really working
the gym.
with defensive assistant X.
Yeah.
Really working together.
A lot of shuffling.
Using football pads on him. LaMelo, you interested in this crostini? I'm not interested. Are you interested in cutting over on this screen? No, not really. Hey, look, under it.
I'm not talking about Darius Garland like he's
no, he has it though. He gives a shit. No, we're both in on him. He gets it.
I thought what Garland did, helping carry that team offensively when it wasn't like gross carrying the offense. It was they didn't really have many options. I just think the whole makeup and the whole Garland package is my favorite. And as I answer this, I know there's a great chance of being incredibly wrong in 2 years going, I can't believe you picked that guy over that guy. That's how hard I think this question is.
Yeah, the Philly fans are upset we haven't even talked about Maxey.
What would Poole be like if he was the number one option on a bad team?
Imagine him on the Pistons in the Jeremy Grant spot. It could have been like a Bradley Beal Wizards season. It's like Jordan Poole's averaging 30 a game.
But see, his life is easier with Golden State, but I've seen him blow by literally everybody that tries to square up with him. That I don't think it's all just because of the gravity of Steph and a Clay that you're worried about that night. He gets past everybody, Bill.
His first step, but he also has the Booker thing where, and when he's in the paint, he can do the pivot and pivot it back into like a little 12-foot fall away.
He does, and he's got the
up and under
at the rim.
It's outrageous. I can't believe he's turned into this. I know it's like the 6th time we've talked about him on the podcast, but like he's demolishing the playoffs. He's 23 a game, shooting 57%. And
he makes all
easy shots. They're all kinds of shots. They're like swordsman shots.
Think about this though, the Golden State influence on you as a player. What drives me crazy about so many players that are really, really good that we talk about as being the best in the game. When you drive and you pass this to somebody else, a lot of guys are done. That's it. I'm done now. Because it's hard to keep doing stuff. But Golden State, that is the core of what they do. Keep moving. Reposition yourself. Find a way to make yourself useful. Play the full shot clock possession.
Yep.
Simple things. Not that many guys want to do it. And Poole had a play where I think he drove and then it ended up with Looney and he immediately went to the left corner. I forget if it was off an offensive rebound or handoff because there was a bit of a scramble defensively. And Poole was like, nope, I'm going to keep running. And he went and repositioned himself. And then Looney at the rim's like, oh, perfect. Because
I remember that play.
The defender stops.
Yeah.
And Poole was like, no, I'm going to keep going and get myself in the corner. And who knows what'll happen. And all that is a buy-in that somebody will find you because of their concepts and the stuff that Kerr has done. But it's, hey, if Steph does it, if Clay does it, if all these, like, how can I not do it?
Tatum and Brown do that now. That was one of the things that's changed over the last 5 months. No, before
no, you're right. You're right.
Just
you're right.
Stop.
I don't think anybody.
They keep.
I don't
moving.
think anybody does it like those guys do.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you my final rankings. I just want to go on the board. Maybe you're going to be a coward about it, but I'm not. I'm going to go. I'm going to go out there.
Oh, let's go.
I go Garland 1. I'm going to go Poole 2, Haliburton 3, LaMelo 4, Maxey 5, Herro 6. That's my list. Apologies. By the way, I still own my property on Haliburton Island. I don't want it. It's just that's how much I like Poole.